All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. And now it's time for me to show everybody I belong and do my best to represent Harlem.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Coming in off the road, the Pistons are back in Detroit for this game. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season. They lost both of the matchups in this interconference battle a season ago. They like to change that now. And stepping out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA playing time, we're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Freak.
You know, and what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Freak in at point guard. Miles out there with Hood. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Exum in at the 2 spot.
And guys, as many rookies do, Rodney Hood hit some major bumps in the road last season. I mean, he came in with the reputation of having an NBA-ready jumper. Yet only hit 41% of his shots. He had that foot injury that kept him out for a string of games. However, it really all came together for him in April, the last month of the season.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Jackson passes to Blake. Kicks it to Tolliver. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Baines, and the bucket counts. He's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play. And getting back to Hood over the last 7 outings of the season, he put up 20-plus points a game. He also, Clark, raised his shooting percentage to 45% from the field, 91% from the free throw line. Pretty impressive numbers.
Well, he was drafted to be a scorer, Kevin, and you're right, very impressive. If he can do that consistently, that'll be nice value for the 23rd pick.
And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
The drive by Jackson to the wing right side. Blake for 3. The shot no good. Exum. No good.
Ladies and gentlemen,
sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I can be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Gobert. Trevor Booker comes in for Derek Favors. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Burks. And Freak subbed in for Burke. We've got Johnson. Aaron Baines out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then it's Steve Blake. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Well, last season, the Pistons didn't reach the playoffs for the 6th consecutive season. They're making progress, but as we can all see, still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you know, they were spoiled for a while there. How about going to the playoffs for 1996 to 2009? So it's been a rough stretch thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Jazz.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
He just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Inside. Here's Booker. And lots of contact by Jackson. Beyond the arc. Utah with the rebound. Now Freak. 26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the shot is good. Freak scores his first basket here in the NBA, the beginning to hopefully a long and prosperous career. Now here's Jackson. He's got 5. The pass to Tolliver. That's good. So on the floor for Utah. Freak, he's in at point guard. Lyles out there with Hood, and it's Price in at the center position. Inside. And so the Pistons take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond, with a strong double-double, points and rebounds. He was a force that was not going to be denied with his efforts both on offense and defense. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
Well, Andre Drummond asserted himself in a big way in this game. He is a terrifying presence, and tonight he was fully motivated and engaged. His rebounding on both ends of the court has always been sensational. The man was just a monster in the paint.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some games he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.